Fire and Ice, welcome to Smallville, issue number 4. We're still going strong with this book. I don't know how much longer it's going to go on for. I feel like it's got enough of a fan base captivating somewhere where they could, continue on longer, but again, like, this does feel like a standout in the current era of DC where it's like a strictly comedy book talking about, like, the millennial generation of trying to fit in, and like you and your best friend thought you're going to be friends forever and you're starting to have conflicts, and I don't know, something about that, it's really interesting. I just don't know how long it's going to go on for, if it's going to be like captivating to everybody. It's hard to say. I think it'll do fine. Like, it's very interesting and specific to a like certain demographic, so I don't know, maybe people don't like it. I don't know. Maybe. I like it. This book's really fun, and this issue I really enjoyed for a lot of different reasons. Just silly and goofy and horny and dumb. I love that. The end of last issue, Jimmy Olsen came by because he was going to like do a cover story about fire and ice for the Daily Planet. He accidentally turned into a giant turtle inside their salon, so now we see that Rocky is working with Ice to clean it up, and Ice is kind of upset that B kind of bailed to go do something with the villains, and you just kind of see Rocky's trying to tell her, like, you deserve a better friend. You deserve someone who likes you and cares about you more. It always seems like you're on your own. And sure, maybe Fire is supposedly your best friend, but the time you've been here, I haven't seen it. You're on your own cleaning up her mess. That's because Fire is off working on their TV show in a cave now. They're going to do it in a cave. So they're still doing like the toilet confessionals. We have a couple of Charlie talking about it and Gentleman Ghost, and we also see that the King of Cats is talking there. And he's like, what are we doing in this cave? And it's because Fire has a brilliant plan. She is going to have everybody compete in a competition for a cash prize of $10,000 from their sponsor, Big Belly Burger. And she's got I guess something embroidered on her pants that says Big Belly Booty, which is like thick and juicy. And hey, you know what? This is an idea that somebody is having for Fire, and I can't complain about it. I mean this with no disrespect to anybody. Like, I don't know what else you would do with this character today. So having her be like, I am too old to be with the young generation, too young to be with the old generation. Is this what kids like? Is this what people do? They film themselves doing silly competitions? Okay, I'll find a way to do that, even though I'm like distinctly out of touch with every generation. So the competition is you have to like make a burger with your mouth, and you can't use your hands, and you win $10,000. As that happens, somebody is walking into the cave because he wants to compete in the competition too. It's Lobo, and he starts harassing everybody, just being a goofball, just picking up everybody, throwing them around. And it's getting a little flirty with Fire in here, calling him Loby, and that's where Charlie, the cute guy that she's kind of been cuting with, is like, what? Who's this guy? And they're just flirting around, and they're just tussling, like, you shouldn't come here, babe. Like, what do you think you're doing here? Amazing. And this begs the question I think we've all been asking ourselves for a long time. Is Lobo a good lay? I think he would be. Like, I mean, I'm not talking about like he's going to take you home to the parents and you're going to have like a nice happy marriage, but if you want like 2 hours of the most passionate, intense, raw dogging of your life, I feel like Lobo's your guy, If you just need something that's going to leave you confused about who you are, I feel like Lobo's the guy to do it. And just the sexual tension between him and Fire is electric. And suddenly she gets a text and calls it off because Martha wants to meet her somewhere. And Martha wants to invite her to the Smallville drag brunch. And this is another part of the book that I'm just obsessed with. Martha tells Jonathan she's headed to a book club, but really she's coming to watch a drag show. And I'm like, okay, Martha, go off, babe. We love an ally, Like, yeah, book club, that's lame. That's cool. But it's also like a secret plan for her to get Fire and Ice back together so they can like deal with their conflict. That's what they're doing. Very fun. She's going to work with that. And we cut back to the big tease where we see that their intern is texting with one of the people. She's in a little bit of trouble. What's going on? That's when Rocky comes in like, where is Tora? I need to know where she is. Well, she's probably at the drag brunch. Okay, head there. What's the drag brunch of Smallville? Well, it's people dressed up as superheroes. Of course it is. Like, if you're going to do drag in a superhero universe, you might as well do a drag show where you're Booster Gold or you're Fire or you're Martian Manhunter. 3 characters that lend themselves perfectly to drag. But Martha is like, all right, ladies, I'm going to have some more OJ, which is just her having a bunch of drinks. And she's just like, you guys need to talk through your problems. They start talking about it, and it's kind of cathartic in the sense that you see the girls are kind of just like, I don't think you ever care about me. You feel like you want me to be something I'm never going to be, and you're kind of losing yourself in this world, blah, blah, blah. You get it. Rocky shows up demanding that Fire stay away from Ice because she's a toxic friend and a bad person, and she needs someone who doesn't treat her badly. And you see Martha's like, this is getting intense. It's getting kind of crazy. And then the drag performers are like, I think there's a cool conversation going on over there. Do you ladies want to come up and share it with the crowd? And that's when Rocky's like, oh yeah, let's do it. Come on, Tori, let's go up there and talk. And Tori's like, no, I don't want to do that. It gets into literally Fire and Rocky both trying to pull Ice in different directions, and she blasts both of them off, and the performers get mad, telling them to leave. And I'm like, this is great. I love this kind of energy. Like, it's so bizarre. I love that Martha Kent is here. Like, it's something that just works so well for her. She's a modern gal. She loves this kind of stuff. I just think it's great. But they leave because everything's going bad, and there's like a protest going on, like, keep this filth out of our town. It's so dumb. So dumb. And one of like their performers from like the villain stuff that they're doing, it's like the weird princess lady one. She's up there demanding like, you guys suck, this is bad, drag's bad. Everyone's getting mad, and Fire's just like, I don't have time for this, and she just punches the villain, and everyone's like, what are you doing, B? We're supposed to be trying to help them, and you just hit her. We're trying to teach them to change who they are, and you're just using violence, and isn't this like your plan to rehabilitate them? Why are you doing that to them? Ridiculous. And Martha's like, you girls think you can help these people. You can't even help yourselves. You're all broken. My God, what is going on? Martha's like, I can't see my drag show now. I'm super tipsy at the moment. And you girls are going crazy. What is happening? Why did all of this stop? Ice goes to leave with Rocky. She's going to stay with her for the night. B's like, what the fuck is going on? I didn't do anything bad. And that's when she comes home and she sees that their intern, is making out with one of their villains. In the last issue, Honey was the one that, like, persuaded, like, Jimmy to give them, like, a good review and, like, whatever his article was going to be. Now she's making out with the intern, and B's like, I really don't know how to process any of this right now. So I'm just going to say you escaped the cave. I don't really give a shit. Let's just not tell Tora. I don't want to deal with that. And whatever. I got some own problems I can deal with. And she walks back outside. And there's Lobo waiting. God, what a toxic pairing. I kind of am obsessed with it. I'm kind of obsessed with it. I do love them. God, it's fun. Because you see in this book that Fire admits, like, I'm not going to make the right decisions. I'm never going to be as put together as you are, Tora. So hooking up with Lobo, that's a bad decision. We cut back to Charlie's bar, and Rocky's just kind of going off like, she's a bad friend. Like, she's been bad to you. You always seem miserable around her. We can just chill out and have fun. Just be, like, polite and nice together. All that nice stuff, but Charlie's trying to defend Fire, like, no, she cares about you. She's just, like, really, aggressive and stubborn, but she has a good heart. And Rocky's like, oh, you think she's so good? Well, she's out there hooking up with another guy, some big pale-skinned freak who's, like, wearing, like, a chain on his wrist. Oh, hooking up with Lobo. And they go to a field just to, like, make out and bang, and that's when there's, like, a fire downtown because somebody, I think it's, like, the killer that killed the previous guy in their house. He's, like, burning down stuff there in Smallville now. Well, Fire is getting it on a Lobo. There's a fire afoot. Crazy. I really like this book. It's so fun. It's so silly. And it's just, like, the perfect thing to see. I love it. I do love it. Like, come on, a drag show in Smallville. Of course, Martha is there. It's really fun. Lobo shows up, and instantly he's not like, I'm here to wreak havoc. I just want to get some rocks off with a cool babe. I'm like, hell yeah. You and me both, Lobo. You and me both. Oh, great. It's fun. I'm having a great time with this book, and I think everyone should read it. I don't know. It's so different than a lot of the stuff going on with, DC currently, that I think it's a really cool book. So, Fire and Ice, welcome to Smallville, issue number 4. I'm going to give an 8 out of 10. Now, thank you all for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And of course, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.